What's up, guys? In today's video, it's going to be a simple one. We're going to be adding wireless CarPlay to my 20-year-old Toyota Solara. Now, if you've followed the channel for a while, I've actually done multiple wireless CarPlay adapters. I have one in the 4Runner that's held up great. Had it for a number of years now. I've also did one about a year after I did this one. I did another one in the GR86. That one's held up really well as well. Both are completely different brands, completely different manufacturers. The actual dongle that plugs into the car is completely different. The cool thing about the one that's in the GR86 is it is very thin and it's very narrow. So it was able to fit in the cup holder and it's out of the way. So I still have full use of the cup holders. Whereas the one that's in the 4Runner, it's a little bit blocky. It's probably about the size of a small battery, like a battery pack, if you will. So with that being said, I'll turn the camera around and I'll show you the one that I just picked up. Okay, so the one that we're going to be installing in the Solara is one that is called AI Box Elite, and this is from a car company called One Car Stereo. In full transparency, they did send me this one for free. So the other two videos that I've done on these wireless adapters, I completely paid for them myself. They were paid with my own money, whereas this one has been sent to me for free to do a review. So I'm going to do that now. I'll unbox it and I'll give you guys my complete unbiased review on this, because I can say whatever I want about it. All right, so we got the plastic off. We'll get this thing opened up. I gotta say, the box is nice. Probably the nicest box out of the three that I've opened so far. Let's see. So this adapter, little large. This one's very similar in size to the one that's in the 4Runner. So from a size perspective, this is pretty comparable to the block I was mentioning. And then it looks like, yep, we've got the standard cables. So USB to USB-C, and then USB-C to USB-A, which is good because on the Solara, it actually takes an A. So we'll be using that. All right, so that's what comes in the box. Again, this is from One Car Stereo. This is their AI Box Elite. Okay, so we are now in my Toyota Solara, which if you've been around the channel for a while, you should be familiar with. But this is a 20-year-old Toyota Solara that did not come with CarPlay from the factory. I installed an aftermarket head unit, and it comes with this USB cable that you essentially just plug in a regular standard USB cable into, and you plug in your phone. But we want wireless CarPlay, and One Car Stereo was nice enough to send this out, so we will plug this in and we will see how it works. Okay, we have the box plugged in down there. So we will see if we can locate it on our Bluetooth. Let's see. Oh, wow. Check that out. Automatically recognizes it. Let's see. I have the option on my phone to pair it. So we will see if it shows up. All right. See what it does. Okay, so it looks like you do have to set it up initially, but once it's set up and you actually select CarPlay versus Android Auto, looks like it works pretty well. It looks like it works just like every other CarPlay unit would. Let's try some music. Okay, so we got it all set up. I actually hit it up into the dash, so I plugged the box up and hit it up in here. Signal's great. I can shut the car off. It does remember my phone. I'm able to connect it automatically within, 10-15 seconds after turning the car on. It connects. I will say you do have to go through, so when you come initially, when you turn the car on, the head unit recognizes the device, and then all you have to do is shift from this main menu here, that is the smart AI box, and then you just click, they call it speed play, but it's CarPlay, and then it just pulls up the CarPlay that we're all used to, and then you can access your music, your GPS, all that stuff. If you need to get back to the standard menu to actually interface with the box itself, it comes here, which it seems like it's running off like just Android. It's like a little Raspberry Pi, but this thing has a ton of features. I'm gonna get back into the garage where it's warm, and I'll go over that stuff with you. Okay, so we got the wireless CarPlay Android Auto box installed in the Solara, as you could see. We went over it, and so I do want to add, this is actually a far more capable device than the previous ones I mentioned. So like I said, I had previously installed one of these wireless CarPlay dongles on the 4Runner and also the GR86. Biggest difference between this one versus those are just simply a projection. So they project the phone to the head unit, and it interfaces with CarPlay. The one I just installed in Solara is like a little microcomputer. It actually seems like it's running maybe possibly a Raspberry Pi. It's running a very basic version of Android. In fact, when it boots up, it says powered by Android. But then it has the interface to do CarPlay. It also has the interface to do Android Auto, but it also has its own interface, which I think is pretty interesting. I noticed on the actual device itself, there is a slot to put a micro SD card. So you could actually load your own media to this thing, and you could potentially play movies, music, any media for that matter. You can obviously put your own photos on it to get creative with the backgrounds and stuff, because it is running full Android. So be careful, use it at your own risk when it comes to doing that sort of thing. Most CarPlay units won't let you use video, etc. while you're driving because it's a distraction, but just want to add that that is a feature of this device. So with that being said, if you guys are in the market for one of these wireless CarPlay adapters and you want something that's a little bit more capable than just the simple projection that a lot of these devices offer, give them a shot. Give them a try. They're one car stereo. I'll leave a link in the description if you guys are interested in buying this. Like I said, it's basically like a little Android Raspberry Pi device. Pretty capable, has a lot of features other than just the phone projection, which is cool. But in my case, I wanted wireless CarPlay, and it solved that need just fine. So, like I said, they did send me this for free. I was not paid for the review. They just simply sent me the device and asked if I would do a review on it. With that being said, full disclaimer, anytime I do a review on a product, it is going to be my own views, my own thoughts. If the device stinks, I will gladly tell you. I'm never going to just say, oh, buy this, or push a product just for the sake of pushing something. I don't agree with that. If I use something, I want it to be something that actually can use, one that's going to hold up, and that I believe is a good value. I will certainly let you guys know over time if this dongle just completely craps out, if it quits working, or if I have any issues with it. I will certainly let you guys know that in full transparency in due time. If you guys are interested in it though at this current time, click the link in the description below, check it out. If you guys have any questions or want me to give you any input on how my install went, how the connectivity went, things like that, throw them in the comments down below. I'll try to do my best to answer as many comments as I get. But with that being said, I think it's a good value for the money. I also think it works really well. It's certainly more capable than the regular basic dongles that I've seen on Amazon, which is what the one in the 4Runner and the GR86 are. So with that being said, thank you guys so much for watching. As always, we'll see you guys in the next video.